It's old Crumbo here again for some, I don't know, what do you want to call it, festive nonsense? I don't know what you want to call it, right? But I've got a couple of wee cracking stories I want to share with you. All with regards to the beauty and the wonder and the adventures of camping. Right? Now, I have been blessed, right, with amazing friends, right, throughout my journey, right. Really good pals, right, who have stuck by me through all my stuff, right. Whether it be good or whether it be bad, they've stuck by old Crumbo, right, and it's been magic, right. And some of those amazing friends have, you know, went camping with me, right, and I've went with them, really. They never came with me, I went with them, kind of deal, right. And see, when you go camping, you get up to all sorts of mad shit, right, that you never ever do in your normal, everyday, you know, life of, you know, getting up out of bed and getting yourself washed and changing your gear, right? Because when you're away camping, these things do not come into any equation. You know, you don't take a fucking toothbrush with you when you're camping, right? And if you take a change of gear with you, you're a bit weird, right? Because you want to kind of be bogging, right? And you want to be a treg and you want to be, you know, at one with nature, right? So, that's one story, right? It was myself, right? My big pal Laird, right? Boy called Bones, who is called Craig McElvar in real life, but you probably know him as Bones, or you've probably seen him round about Guruk wearing a hat with the long hair. We were all kind of in school together, right? We were quite tight back in the day. And we decided, you know, Mum will go camping and that. Magic, man. Mum will do that, right, okay. So, first things first, get the bevy in, right? It's got to be done. Get the cargo, get the carry out, get that sorted. We'll worry about carrying it up a big fucking hill, right? Oh aye, and we need a tent, right? Right? And this one time that we did go, we took a big boogie box with us, right? It take in big massive batteries, you know. I don't know what they're called, I just know them as big batteries, right? And a few kind of compilation tapes of bands of the day, right? So we decided, right, we'll get up a cut, a green up cut, right? So we got all the gear and all that kind of stuff, and we started at Greenock High School, and we just walked up the cut till we found a place that we could make as much fucking noise as we possibly could, and we never really bothered anybody, right? Because we just wanted to let off a bit of steam, as young boys do when they're full of drink and stupidity, right? And so we get the tent all set up, fucking magic, get the batteries in the old boogie box and that, and get the tunes on. So we've got fucking all sorts blaring out us fucking stereo, right, in the middle of nowhere. We've cracked the cans, we've cracked the bottles, and we're getting fucking wired in, right? And Big Laird, he decides, you know, that he wants to do a bit of motion, right? Now, for those of you who are younger, that have subscribed to my channel, right, you maybe don't know what motion is. What motion is just like losing all control of your body, right, and just flapping about as if you're having a fit, right, and punching the fucking shite out of each other, right. But Laird, being a big peaceful guy, he decides, you know, no, I'm going to mosh in a water and a cut. So, who were we to kind of, you know, argue with a big fella, you know. Not only was he bigger than us, but he was younger than us, you know, so we didn't want to do anything like that. It was all stupid, you know. So anyway, the sounds were on, right, and the big man, he just hits a big, massive brain pump, and he jumps in the water, and he starts moshing away like buggery, right, and he's giving it, oh man, brilliant heat banging and that, and getting totally bogging, right, and they were all steaming, right, and it was good fun, you know, it was good fun, but it got to a point, right, where it was getting later and later and later, and it was getting colder and colder and colder, right, so we're like, ah, fake, you know, we need to build a fire, right, and I was a smoker back then, that was cigarettes, right, so I had my lighter and all that, my fags and that with me and all that. Well, alright, we need to build a fire, right? So, Bones, who is, you know, if you've ever been camping with Bones, you'll know that he is a complete and utter fucking pyromaniac, right? He takes great pride in setting things on fire, and he's bloody good at finding things, you know, that burn, right? But on this occasion, you know, he had his chopper. He took an axe with him. I'm sure he took an axe with him, right? And young boys wandering about with an axe. I mean, stupid. But anyway, well, right, Bones, we need a fire, right? So the music's blaring. We're getting drunker and drunker and drunker. A big laird, he's just soaking wet and just covered in sheep shite and fucking foliage, right? Loving life. We're just loving life, right? So Bones, he decides, right, I'm going to go and get firewood. That's what I'm going to do. I was like, right, you're the fucking firebug. Away you go and get his firewood, and we'll build this bloody fire so we can keep warm. So away he goes, and he's away for a wee while, right? So me and Laird were sat there, get fucking tore in, like, listening to music and that, having a giggle and all that kind of stuff. And he comes back and he's not got fuck all. He's not got anything, right? So it was like, oh, where's the wood? You know, and he's like, oh, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find it. I was like, that's not like you, mate. I was like, ah, come on now. So there's got to be a fucking wardrobe behind a bush somewhere, you know. And you're right, Davey, you're right. So he jumps over the cut water, right, and he clocks this big fucking tree, right, a big massive tree, and he's got the chopper. And he's like, ah, right, I'm just going to attack that tree and get his firewood. And we're like, ah, right, on yourself, big man, look, go for it. So we're having a bevy, still listening to music. The batteries are holding out, the big batteries, you know, them big batteries. They're still holding out, and we'll get fucking Motorhead blaring out this fucking thing. Drinking straight vodka out of the bottle, drinking cider, drinking everything that's all going, right. And I think, I'm sure, if I remember rightly, I think Laird took a Tupperware dish full of cold sausages that were cooked. Bloody godsend, right? Anyway, so we're munching on it. Well, that sounds a bit mad saying you're munching on a sausage, doesn't it? But we were munching on the cold sausages, you know, getting bevied up and all that. And we kind of like, right, where the fuck, where's Bones? Oh, where is he? And we turn round and we look, and we couldn't see him anywhere, right? But he was just across the water, right? At this big tree that he'd clocked, right? So we're like, where the fuck is he? So like, can you see him? Oh, no, I can't see him anywhere. And I don't know what made me do it, right? But I kind of looked up skyward, you know, as if you were looking at a big aeroplane flying over your napper, right? And I looked up, and there's Bones up the top of this tree, right? And he's got fucking banjoed into this tree with his chopper. And he's making a damn good job, right? So we jump across the water, get all the firewood over, jump back over the water, get a fire, try to get a fire lit and all that kind of stuff. And he's still away. He's firebugged out his napper, right? He's pyromaniac right out his banger. So for some unknown reason, And Laird and I done us at exactly the same time. Drinking away, and the two's just stopped and went, Laird. I was like, Laird. He's like, what? I says, do you know how he likes setting fires? No, he's a bit of a pyromaniac firebug type of dude. Aye. I was like, and he's got his last firewood and all that, and we've managed to get the fire started and that, and it's magic. This is brilliant, man. We've got Motorhead, we've got fucking batteries, we've got drink, and we've got a guy with a chopper. Right, magic. I says, but look at where he is, right? And Laird went like that. For fuck's sake. And Bones was right up the top of us, right up the top of a tree, right? Right up the top of this tree, waving an axe about, right? And I'm just like that. He's loving life up there, isn't he? Laird was like, I mean, oh aye, he loves getting the firewood and that, he loves that total destruction, loves setting fire to things, brilliant. I was like, Lairdy boy, I was like, one hang. And he's like, what? I says, how's he going to get done? Laird was, excuse me, and Laird was like, what do you mean? Come on, what do you mean? I was like, he's away up that tree. He's like, I've just climbed down. I was like, on what? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, he's cut all the fucking branches. This stupid bastard was up the tree cutting hell out of all his twigs and branches and all that. Not knowing that was his staircase back down to the terra firma, right? And I'm just looking at him going like that, Bones. He's like, what's a window right now? Like, aye, what's fucking magic now? We've got a fire going and that, we've got Motorhead, we've got batteries, we've got drink, the tent and everything, man. Brilliant, Laird, he's bogging with sheep shite all over him. I was like, and you're loving life up there? He's like, oh aye man, brilliant, just give me a shout, tell me when to fucking stop now, we've got enough wood. I was like, we've got enough wood. He's like, right, I'll come down. I was like, how? Excuse me. The fucking lung just fell out here. I was like, how the fuck are you going to get down? You've cut everything on the way up. I was like, how the fuck are you going to get down? He's up the tree like that. Oh no. It's like, mate, you're going to have to jump. He's like, oh, fucking, what? It's like, you're going to have to jump or something. You're going to have to fucking jump off it. I was like, there's no other way down unless you fucking come down like a fireman on a pole. You know, you're going to end up cutting your fucking horns to fuck, right? And we're just looking at him like that, you know, and you can see, you know, he's up the top of this tree with a chopper, right, and he's like, how the fuck am I going to get, am I going to get off this fucking thing? And sure enough, like a fucking spider monkey, right? He decides, fuck this, and he flings the chopper, boom, and you know, we're like, oh fuck, what's what you're doing, you know? It ended up one of our domes, no? And he jumped off like a fucking spider monkey, way! Just landed in a heap, you know? We were over at him like, you alright? He's like, oh fuck man, oh jeez, oh. We get a fire going, like that, we've got a fire going. Have we got enough baby left? Aye, we got enough baby left. Is the battery still working in the fucking jingy box? Aye, we'll still get tunes. He's like that, well I'm alright. Oh, what a boy. Aye. Bones a firebug. But our camping story I'm going to tell you about is affectionately known, right, throughout our internal network of friends as The Tottie. And you're probably wondering to yourself, you know, right, what would you call, why would you call a camping story The Tottie, right? So I'm going to tell you now. So, again, this time Bones wasn't here, right? And it was myself and my big mate Laird and young Jimmy Johnson. And young Jimmy Johnson was a lot younger than us, right? And we fell in love with him. Well, I know I did, right away, right? And it was just, right, you're coming with us. You know what I mean? We're taking you to get you really drunk, and this is how you live your life, mate. You know, don't listen to what anybody else is telling you, right? So, and we used to jam, myself and Laird and Jimmy used to jam together, right? Jimmy on the drums, me on the guitar, Laird on the bass. And we'd play like Metallica songs and all that down at Jimmy's house. And it was grand, it was magic, good fun. Anyway, so we decided, one we'll go camping up the forest, right? In the forest, it's all cut away now, man, which is a bit sad. But the forest, we used to affectionately call it a forest, right? And it was up the back of Braeside, right? Phenomenal place, absolutely phenomenal, right? And you can go to all the wee different jiggery pokery, heatherum hodderum places. There was places everywhere you could camp, right? And nobody would bother you. So we'd found this spot, right? And we had to walk through like big ferns that were like fucking 7-8 foot tall, right? Try to get fucking through to our camping spot. And we've got a fucking mountain of heavyweights and a tent and no change of clothes. Well, I think Jimmy had a change of clothes, you know, because he's like that, you know, he doesn't like getting dirty in it. Well, he does, but, you know, he likes being a clean kind of dude. Right, so we goes up, we've got a tent, we've got a carry out. Again, I think we took a jengy music box ways and all that kind of stuff. Maybe, I can't, that's a bit hazy, that bit, right? But we all took grub, right? Because we thought it was and we're romantic, you know, ideology that we'll get a fire going, and what we'll do is we'll make a big fucking pot of stew, right? Out of tins of stuff, right? So, I went into my ma's larder and I'm like, right, beans and pork sausages, all day, right? Irish stew, all day, right? You know, and a tin of beans all day. Laird done exactly the same thing with his mum's pantry, right? And Jimmy, he's unpacking his bag and that, and he's got a fucking clean jumper and fucking, fucking socks and all that, right? And he pulls out his grub, right? And I think he'd a tin of Irish stew or a tin of stew and steak or something like that, or mince, a can of mince or something. But he'd a tin of boiled totties. And I don't know if you've ever seen like, a tin of totties. If you've ever, you know, had a tin of totties or anything like that. They're alright, right, if you're skint and you're starving, right? And they're not bad if you stick them in a chip pan and they turn into wee fried ball hangs, right? Anyway, so Jimmy's like, right, I've got this, and I've got a tin of totties. And I'm like, oh, you're fucking dancing bear, man, brilliant. So, sticks everything into a fucking pot like that, there we go now, fucking magic, stirring away. Brilliant, fire's going, everybody's happy. We're all pissed as fucking newts, right? Loving life, just loving life. We just fuck work, you know, and bugger to everybody, you know. We're in wee spot of land that was ours, right? And the whole space round about us was ours, and we could make as much noise and be as stupid as we wanted to be, right? So we get the pot with the camping stew all up and fucking running, right? And I think bubbling away and oh, magic, here we go now, fucking bruggies and a tin, you know, fucking. And we had a couple of bottles of export cider, right, which was out of Fast Alex alcohol emporium in Brayside, right. Now, Fast Alec was a butcher, right, and he was on steroids, so that made him dead quick, right, because he'd Slow Hand Pete, he had the shop next to Fast Alex, and Slow Hand Pete was like, you know, you had to fucking charge him with electricity to get him to fucking day in, right, and then you had Fast Alec, who was just running about, fucking going mad on his steroids, right, and he used to sell export cider in a 2 litre bottle, right, and this stuff was dynamite, man. It was, I don't mean dynamite as in it got you totally smashed, because it did, right, but it tasted lovely, it was magic, right, so we had a few bottles of that, right, we got tore in, fucking magic, fucking dancing about, having it laldy, telling daft stories, trying to climb trees and that, and, you know, daft things. So it came to scran time, right, get the fucking scrannage on, I go, let's do this, fucking marvellous, right, and I was always terrible, I was a terrible man, and I still am to this day, at taking photographs, right, I always had my camera with me in night suit, you know, so I could take photographs, just, you know, and I had hundreds of photos, and they're all gone now, which is a shame, because some crackers, right, so I had my camera with me, or taking photographs of each other and all that, up the forest and all, you know, doing the metal poses and that, thinking we're all cool as and all that shit. And it was Jimmy's turn to kind of, you know, get tore into the scran. So, you know, he gets a spoon and he's like, fucking right in among it, right? Fucking hell, yeah, this is no bad, you know, man, getting tore in. We're getting bevied up, fucking brilliant, that, and I've got the camera and all that, and everything's fucking hunky-dory. And then, all of a sudden, we heard this kind of mad choking noise, right? Like, what the what's that? We turned round, and there's Jimmy, right? And he's like, right, and I'm like, fucking hell, what's going on, man? You alright, wee man? He's just like, oh, right, and we're like, you know, we weren't doctors, right, and we weren't really you know, health and safety conscious, right, unbeknownst to us, Jimmy was choking, right, and then, for whatever reason, I don't know, he must have mustered up everything for Satan's bills, right? He go, you know, like that, right? And he was making a hell of a fucking racket, so he was. So I'm like, oh, photograph, here we go, right? And I get the camera out and I get the fucking flash off set up, and I'm like, oh, one of them zoom lenses went, bzz, bzz, no, one of them ones. So I'm ready to go. Jimmy's like, right? And I'm snapping away like that. Fucking brilliant, wee man, you're doing alright, you're alright, don't worry about that. You know, take a wee drink, you know, and he's like, right, and out it came, the Tottie, right, unbeknownst to us, right, Jimmy in his infinite wisdom, he was a bit Hank Marvin, right, he was a bit hungry, he was starving, so he was getting tore into the camping stew, right, and it was that fucking hot, well, see a tot, he'd ate a full tottie, and it was that hot, right, that he couldn't chew it. And we've all done it with a hot chip, right, or a hot fucking whatever, a roast tottie or whatever, and you get it in your gob and you're like, and you swallow it, right. He swallowed a full tottie, right, now that doesn't even really particularly look that big in circumference, right, but see when you're biffed, right, and you're starving, and you've got someone roasting fucking hot that's going down your esophagus or down your windpipe, and it's about that, it's that thick, but you're trying to fit that down it, and it's roasting hot, it's like coal out of coal fire, right, it's like fucking lava, right, it's just like a new creation of the earth, right, and this is going down a wee back a wee fella's throat, and it got lodged, and he couldn't breathe, right? But eventually he mustered up for Satan's bills enough energy to kind of projectile. Right, fucking Bruce Lee, right, out of Enter the Dragon, all that Hedrum Hodrum stuff, and out as fucking Tottie popped, right? Poof! And went boink and just landed on the deck, and me, I just snapped it right away. And Jimmy, he's got all his hair, right, because we're long hair at the time, right? And Jimmy's got all his hair, right, and you can't really see his face, right, but you could just see him holding like strands of his hair, right, and a wee toty bit of his tongue, because his tongue was hanging out, and a perfectly fucking formed white boiled totty. You know, and our daftness and youngness and stupidity and like, you know, the things you do when you're a wee guy, right? No danger at all. It was like, you know, is he going to be alright? And we were just looking at him, pissing ourselves laughing, unbeknownst to us, you know, that he was fighting for his life, getting attacked by a roasting hot totty, right? We didn't know that, right? So, you know, obviously, you know, once the deed was done and he'd, you know, given birth to, you know, Mother Nature's egg, right? I mean, the relief on his face, you know, he was like, geez that bottle. He was like, oh. And he was like eating one of them, see them bird's eye chili things, or how you call them, a reaper thing, right? And you eat one of them and like your whole body just caves in, like, as if you've got Ebola or something like that. That's the way a wee man felt, right? And he scooted nearly half a 2 litre bottle of cider to try and cool his throat down. And I swear to God, to this day, right? And I know this isn't a very nice thing to talk about, but it's funny, right? It was the best Huey, right? The best shrug, the best upchuck, the best projectile vomit I have ever seen to this day, and I'm 50, right? And I've seen a lot of spears in my time, me included, right? But that one, I mean, it was as if he gave birth, right, out his gob. And then the poor wee guy that looked at the bucket, and we were just like, oh, you'll be alright now. You're still another wee Huey here, Jimbo. He's like, oh, yeah. So, aye, there you go. So that's just a couple of wee daft camping stories I wanted to share with you. You know, Bones the Firebug, Bones the Pyromaniac, who, in his infinite wisdom, was making sure his mates were alright by getting them firewood, but cut his stepladder on the way up instead of on the way down. And he done a fine impersonation of a spider monkey, I must admit. It was phenomenal. And then you had Jimmy, you know, the prince of projectile, you know, letting go his fully formed, roasting hot piece of lava, otherwise known as the Tottie. So that's a couple of wee stories for you. I've got plenty more, don't worry. But aye, so there you go. And if Jimmy does see us, right, he'll probably be gutting himself as well, because he lived through it. He lived to tell a tale, and he realised how shite his mates were at health and safety. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, you don't hang at these things when you're away, you know, when you're getting off your nut and getting pissed and running about the fucking fields and the forests and that, like fucking cavemen, right? So there you go. Have a good day, have a good Saturday, have a good weekend, have a good whatever, right? And I don't know whether I'll be posting a wee video up, you know, as it's coming kind of close to Christmas and stuff. But if I don't, right, everybody who has subscribed or anybody who's watching us and had a wee giggle there, right, the way I did, have a good Christmas, right, and have a good New Year, right, just be with your families, love them to bits, give them hugs, eat far too much grub, drink far too much alcohol, and just enjoy yourself for that wee moment of time, because you've worked all year, and it's not exactly been the best of years, you know, so, aye, so have a good one, alright, and I'll catch you later, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you later. Bye, Bo.